Swiss Boxing Media and Association of Bricks and Streetwear. Delighted to be joined by the British and Commonwealth champ that is Ennis Brown. Rids, how you doing, mate?
What's going on, my brother? How you been, man?
I'm all good. I'm on my own today. Rid, have you noticed that?
Yeah, I have. I was thinking where's your partner at, bro, but I don't know where he is. He's hiding. I don't know if he's on the chair, on the table. He's somewhere.
I mean, how are you? I mean, you must be chuffed. Obviously, the gyms are back open again. You know, you where the magic happens. You know, back in. John shouting at you most probably as always.
Yeah, nah, it's a good little film, man. You know, to be honest, I enjoyed the little quiet period through lockdown. Like we still was training and that. I think me and John got very close. I think he got a bit annoyed with me, you know what I mean? Like we were just spending too much time together like a married couple. So, yeah. But nah, it was a good little feel and that. And then now like gyms are back open, the atmosphere, you know, like atmosphere, like our gym's like a community, loads of people. I mean, you got people from like people who are 50, 70, to women, to men, to young people, old people, different type of walks of life here. So it was good to be able to mix with that kind of community again instead of just being with just fighters, you know. So I'm happy we can do that again, and it's a nice little, you know, bit mixed.
Definitely. And we last, spoke to you, I think it was August last year, just before the Philip Bowes win. So congrats for that.
Cheers.
Was there much celebrating post fight, mate, or were you straight back in, keeping busy?
Philip Bowes fight. No, I was straight back in the gym, but I'm sure I celebrated a bit. I'm sure, but this is the thing, yeah. I didn't get to celebrate like in no major way because my celebration was like I think. Week after the Philip Bowes fight was my birthday, so I went away, enjoyed my birthday, had food there, and then probably I still was in the gym taking over training, but I never really got to celebrate like no big parties, no big booze, and I didn't get the chance to even do that. And I'm not saying I didn't want that. I wanted it, I didn't get a chance to do that. But nah, I think with lockdown and that, and the clubs weren't really open, nothing like that, so you can't really do nothing majorly big. And I think I was just enjoying the peace and quiet. I think, like I mean, because went for all the three Philip Bowes back-to-back fights, post back-to-back camps. I think I just enjoyed, being out of the gym a bit, having a little bit of a break. Yeah, so I just took a bit of time off, like no hard training, just taking over, but nothing hard. And then I think like by towards the end of the month, we got told about the Sam Maxwell fight. So it was like trying to get back in. Yeah.
I'm wicked. I mean, how tough was the Bowes fight? I mean, obviously he's a lot older than you, but he looked in great shape, mate, didn't he? And he put up a great fight.
Yeah, nah. For me, the Bowes fight, it was an experience. It was an experience, a good experience. In the way of like, I felt like I learned a lot from it, that fight. And Bowes showed me a lot. You know what I mean? He showed me a lot. Like nothing like that, but I mean, like there was a lot of things he did, like from the hold into the tricks. Like he's a very experienced fighter that I didn't give him credit for at the start. You know what I mean? So. And at the same time, the best Philip Bowes turned up. Like I don't know what it was. I don't know. He wanted to win so bad. Like you know what I mean? That he trained, and so many people have said that like they've never expected Philip Bowes to turn up like that. He turned the best of him turned up to try to bring on the best fight. You know what I mean? But for me, yeah, it was an experience that I was happy to have and get through, and it was a style of a fighter that I was happy to. A different style I was happy to add to my resume now, you know what I mean? So I'm just that more experienced, ready for when I get to world level and I got to meet all these different type of styles. If I meet someone like Bowes, I've been there, done it before now, you know what I mean? So yeah, I was happy with that.
No, wicked, mate. There was a little sort of needle pre-fight more from you. I mean, Philip didn't sort of join in. Has that all been put to bed now? Obviously, Sam Maxwell's the next target.
Yeah, 100%. Like it weren't nothing personal with me for Bowes. It weren't nothing really personal. It's more of a case of it's business. You got something I want.
Sell the fight a bit, yeah.
Not so much sell the fight, yeah, because that was a bit fake in a way. We got to sell the fight, but I'm not gonna go at you just to sell a fight. That's not my style. That's a bit fake, yeah. I'm gonna go at you because I want you, and I know most likely you're gonna sell the fight as well. So it's a plus thing. But what I mean is, I don't get no fight about being your friend. Right now, like I mean, not like being your friend, but I mean being friendly. Hey man, how you doing? When you got something I want, you're just taking me away from getting my goal. Once I got what I want, if we want to be friends then cool, let's be friends. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that I mean as if I didn't win the title, I wouldn't be friends with him. I just mean like once the fight's done and that, then we can be best buddies, whatever. Yeah. But like he wanted to be friends before.
Do you think that softens you up? Do you think it softens the fight up a little bit?
You want to see like look in World War II. You don't see the Germans and the English saying let's be friends. Let's be friends. We go. Nah, it's done, dusted, and then whoever wins the war after they make friends after. You know what I mean? And that's how it's all done. So, my thing was a bit like that.
How gutted were you? You know, with the Maxwell fight, obviously you had to pull out the no fault run. Was that a frustrating time for you?
Yeah, for the Maxwell thing, like I was very disappointed in that because it was a case of. I was so excited for the fight. I mean, for the Maxwell fight, I was excited to finally get at the chance to showcase my skills in front of thousands against a formidable opponent. But people ain't gonna discredit after I beat him. You know what I mean? So for me, I was happy and excited to be able to get a chance to do that. So when I didn't get when I had to pull out, I got injured. Due to me getting injured for pulling my back or whatever. I was disappointed. No one who was more disappointed than me and my team. You know what I mean? We were disappointed. We figured we wanted this.
You're all sorting. I mean, you said sort of off camera you spoke. You felt like you got blown out of proportion a little bit. Was it just a niggle?
Yeah, nah. It was a case of, don't get me wrong. It was a case of like when I pulled it, I couldn't walk or nothing. I don't want to get too much into it, whatever, because I still got to go fight the guy. But I mean, like, I couldn't walk at the time, and whatever. I couldn't move. But then I think got blown out of proportion. Like there's things going about saying I broke my back and I never walk again and this and that. Like there's so much different talks going about. So I just let people just say what they want to say, make out what they want. I didn't really say much, but it's not because I was trying to avoid anything. It's just a case of I'm trying to recover. You know what I mean? I ain't got time to be in front of cameras trying to talk here and I can't even walk. I let me recover, get to the best I can, get back out so I can get this fight. Because all I wanted, like I said, no one who was more disappointed than me about the fight getting called off. There's no one who wants to fight more than me. So my best thing is let me just recover. Get back out, get back in training so I can get this fight on and we can get rolling. As far as I want to say, what I do want to say as well on top of it is a case of I do want to apologise to Sam Maxwell and his team and everybody. Only reason because it's like
you've been there yourself,
I've been there, bro. I've been there. And it's not a nice feeling, bro. It's not really a nice feeling. It is a nasty feeling. I can't lie. It's a nasty feeling. To have like you put so much into camp, put so much into the fights, from the nutrition to the food, to time with your family, everything. You know what? Every little sacrifice we gotta make. You know what I mean? So for your golden pot to be there, and you think everything what you sacrifice you made is you know what you're doing it for, and then that gets took away. It's a nasty feeling. You know what I mean? There's nothing what like it does make you feel ill. You know what I mean? So the fact that I was the person who done it to someone, I even felt even more ill. You know what I mean? It's weird, like because I didn't like that. So. And I didn't like the fact of not being able to fight, but not being able to even say anything about it just at the time because I'm so injured or whatever. So it's a case of, I want to give my apologies for that because that's not a nice thing, bro. It's not a nice thing to go through, not a nice thing for him, his family, his team. Is what it is, though. Is what it is. It can't be hard. We still move, you know what I mean? So we still move. And like I said, I'm going to stick to my word. Like, I'm not going to be disloyal and move on and go fight for European or go. I'm going to give him a shot, you know? I'm going to give him a shot, like I said. I thought he deserved a shot because I was the one that pulled out. So he gets a shot and... yeah, we'll get it cracking. We'll get the fans what they want. So,
is there some sort of date penciled in? Do you sort of know anywhere when it could be? And do you think maybe there could be fans back for this one?
Yeah, 100% be fans. I've said straight that listen, this needs to get cracking by June, and yeah, I'm not trying to go past June. So from June, I'm ready. Yeah, if I'm saying like from June, let's get it cracking.
And it would be great again, but if you could take some fans.
Well, I'm sure I got told from May fans should be coming back on certain shows, and I don't know what the criteria is, how it will work. I just know fans will be back. I don't even care who they're gonna be there. Yeah, I just want somebody there. I don't care they're robots, cats, there, dogs, there, whatever. Yeah, let me just get some people there, make some noise, so there's a bit of an atmosphere when I'm fighting. Yeah, so yeah, I'm excited for that as well. So that makes it a bit more of a good experience. I mean, to have fans there. But yeah, I told June. I said I don't want to go no later than June. Got told it's gonna be a summer thing. Ready to kick off for the new season, you know. So it'd be a great show, man. Great fight.
Do you obviously your apologies there to Sam? I mean, did you hear how he reacted to it? Was he sort of annoyed? Is there added needle to it, or is he just sort of taking
He was pissed, bro. I mean, he was annoyed.
You can think it's fair, right?
he was annoyed. He was annoyed. Yeah, he was annoyed, man. Like obviously, and I don't suspect him not to be annoyed, innit? You know, I mean, I see the interview where he's a bit annoyed. And I don't suspect him not to be. I'd be a bit annoyed too, you know. So it's one of them things.
Do you think do you worry that it gives off the impression that you're trying to like run from him? Is that like the worry with pulling out with injury and stuff, or not?
Nah, not at all. Because one, I'm the one that picked him. You know what I mean? I told him.
You're the one with the belts.
Yeah, I'm the one with the belts. I don't have to fight him. I'm not mandatory to fight him. I chose to fight him. Voluntarily said I'll fight you. Yeah, so no, not at all that. It's second. Look at my resume, my record. Like I've never dodged or ducked no one. I got records what no one else has got. So that answers that. And then 3, it's like I'm saying I'm gonna fight the guy. I still want to fight the guy, you know. So I don't really care. Like I haven't actually, to be honest, I think because a lot of the boxing world, the public, everybody knows who I am and what type of person I am, what type of fighter character I am. No one has even. I haven't heard nothing like that out there. Yeah, I'm saying. But even if there is anything out there like that, yeah, I couldn't even care, bro, because it's like I'm still gonna get in there and fight him. So
it's happening.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So people can think what they want, like if they did think that, but I highly don't think they do. You know, I don't think they do. So.
No. I mean, he fought in March, obviously, on the date that he was supposed to fight against Ben Fields. I mean, What did you make of the performance? Did you watch the performance? Did he impress you?
Yeah, I watched it. Nah, he didn't impress me not one bit, bro. Yeah, but this is the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna say like I said to everybody else. It's like from a fan's point of view, that's me being a fan. Cause I'm a boxer fan as well. Even though I'm a boxer, I'm a boxer fan as well.
Yeah.
From a fan's point of view, nah, bro, that performance was dead, bro. Like that was dead. That was weak. That was poo. Like I don't know. Like that was just that weren't like that. And from a fan point of view, I wouldn't say that was a performance. I'm confident on you going to beat the British Commonwealth champion.
You would have done better then.
You know what I mean? So it's that type of thing. From a boxer's point of view, you know what? Nah, I don't think it was. Not that I'm saying it was that bad, yeah, but I say stars make fights. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You don't know if a case he's one of the guys what rises to the opponent what's in front of him. If he's fighting me, he can rise. If he's fighting someone low, he can drop his level. Or is it a case of fight week put him off? It could have been a mixture of anything, yeah. So, as from a boxer point of view, I don't really look into it yet. And the other side of it is a case of I know when he gets in the ring with me, when it comes to the date we fight, the best Sam Maxwell is going to turn up on a night. That is without a doubt. The best Maxwell turn up. When I watched that show fight against him in Benfield, that was not the best Maxwell. You know what I mean? That was not the best Sam Maxwell. So if I know the best Sam Maxwell going to turn up for the night with me, and that weren't the best Sam Maxwell, there's no point me taking too much from that, because that's not going to be the same guy who wants to fight. You know what I mean? So it's that. At the same time, it was still good to get a little sight on him and see. You know what I mean? It's always going to be good to see a little up to date.
Chinks in the armor, maybe.
Yeah, a little up to date thing. You know, you can always take stuff from something, so that was good as well. But I don't take too much from or look too much into it, because if anybody did that to me, I've had fights where I've performed terrible against the weakest of people, but now fights where I beat the best people you would never suspect it. So if you look into that and take from that my terrible performance, I'd be happy thinking, take from that, you're in for a shot, So I wouldn't do the same thing. So I wouldn't make that mistake.
Oh, wicked. Some people have said this is the toughest fight to date. He's the WBO European sort of title holder. He's fought and beat Joe Hughes. He's been active this year. Do you agree with that? Do you think this is your toughest test, or has there been tougher ones previous?
Nah, I don't.
Like John, I asked John this question, and John said, "Nah." He said Chris Jenkins was a much harder opponent than Sam.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It's different, isn't it? Yeah, because I always get told like that. People ask me that, they say, "Oh, was that your hardest fight, or was this gonna be your hardest fight?" Like I always ask, people says, "Which is your hardest fight?" I always say, they're all hard in their own way. They're all just different. Like you know what I mean? Like you're always learning something from each fight.
Even the build-ups can be different.
Yeah, everything's different. You know what I mean? But most likely, how the fights tend to go and how they are, or the fights come at you, whatever. It's always different styles. You know what I mean? So but they're all hard in their own way. You know what I mean? So, for example, the Glenn Foot fight, I personally didn't like. It's weird. I didn't mean that look like it was a hard fight, but I don't mean it weren't a hard fight. You know what I mean? It's just how it looks outside the eye. I've had fights what probably look a bit more harder, but they weren't hard. You know what I mean? So it's a case of that, But with the Maxwell thing, I just say with Maxwell, he's not gonna be the best opponent I've fighted. I've sparred great fighters. Fighting wise, I'm literally, as you answer, it's a good question. I know I haven't sat on the board. So, you know what I mean?
We'll still see.
You know what? I don't think he is though. I don't think he is, because if I go by like, I can't say with me, because stars makes fights. Like I said, every fight is different and everybody brings their own thing. But if I went to say, all right, that fighter versus Sam Maxwell, then there's a lot of fighters I think would beat him. You know what I mean? So like, I think Jenkins would beat him. I think Glenn Foot when he was Bowles. Yeah, I do. I think Glenn Foot, Jenkins, and Bowles would beat him. You know what I mean? So I think them three alone would beat him. That's probably about it. Yeah, the rest of them, I think Maxwell could probably get away with beating the rest of them. Foley, Freddie Kiewit, Bill Raymond, maybe, you know what I mean? Yeah, but definitely Jenkins, Glenn Foot, and Bowles. I think it would. I think Bowles would be too slick and too. This is the thing about it. People, because Bowles don't really do a lot, and he's more of a slicky fighter. He's not really. People find it boring, so they don't really give credit. I'm a boxing purist, so I know what's good and what's not good. So I know that there's certain things Bowles do what the normal eye will see won't see. Bowles is a real good fighter. You know what I mean? A skillful fighter. There's stuff Bowles would do, what Maxwell can't do. There's mistakes Maxwell would make, Bowles wouldn't make. You know what I mean? That's why, like, I think it would even be a harder fight. Bowles would have been a harder fight than Maxwell. You know what I mean? I feel like it would have been harder to get to Bowles than Maxwell. Glenn Foot, I don't know. I think Glenn Foot would have just weared him down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think Maxwell would have thought he was tough. He could handle it. I think if Benfield could have done that to Maxwell, Glenn Foot would definitely destroy you, bro. Like, he'd eat you alive. You know what I mean? Like, literally, you don't like all that heads and that roughness. Glenn Foot would eat you alive. Jenkins, I think Jenkins would be just too like I think Jenkins. I wouldn't say even tough. Yeah, it's more of a case of like Jenkins is a bad boy fighter. Like I mean, Jenkins is a good fighter still, and it's a case of like they got similar styles in the way of like they're basic like fighters. Yeah, but I just think Jenkins is a more technically, basic fighter, whatever, or just got more potential, more than Arsenal, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But so for me, I can't give Maxwell, no disrespect to him, yeah. You can't give Maxwell his most props. But then at the same time, the best Maxwell are gonna turn up. And maybe like the best match are going to turn up on a night. So I can't put that against to what I've seen before. I need to see what the best match is like, and then we can see, So that's probably why I have to leave it there at that one on that corner.
Is it a part of this worried? He's been active this year. He fought in March. You obviously fought last September. So there's been quite a period before, in you waiting to fight. Does that worry you at all, or for the fact you had to wait so long for bows, you come in and did the job? I mean, how do you feel about that?
I'm a professional, man. So I live this sport. I live this from I was such a young kid. Like from the age of 4, I've been like this. Boxing all I've known, and not in the most conventional way like ever fighters do. Yeah, like my bring up in boxing has been a bit different. But regardless, from the age of 4 I've been in. So my thing is, you never lose that. Like one thing from the age of 4, I've always been throwing punches. Or I've always been thinking boxing, thinking. You know what I mean? Something, working on something, training like every day. So. That kind of gets ingrained into you, so you don't kind of
you don't turn off from them. Really?
Yeah, you don't turn off. So I mean, with the Bowles fight, it was a bit different because that was 18 months. Yeah, and to be honest, I thought about it. I didn't know it at the time, yeah, but it's not until after the fight I looked at it what makes sense. Yeah, from the age of 16. So not when I first started boxing, but from the age of when I started having fights, amateur fights, whatever. From the age of 16 up until the Bowles fight, yeah, I've been fighting. I've never gone a year without fight. So, I've never gone a year without at least 2 fights, 3 fights, 4 fights.
Period in your life.
Yeah, so when it goes to the 18 months, you're saying not only have I not had a fight in 1 year, but I had a fight in a year and a half, and only 1 fight in that time. Then you add on 6 months on top of that, so that's technically like, we're coming to like 2 years. I only had 1 fight in 2 years, technically. That's like, you know what I mean? That's the craziest. From the age of 16, I've never been at. So that's why that kind of threw the Bowles thing out, But then,
you should have come back and did the job.
Got the job done, and we're making it up. Like we said that. I think I needed that experience here. Now that once the experience has been knocked, the rust has been knocked off. I can't really be ring rusty again, if that makes sense. Because I've been there, so that's still in my psyche. If I stay out the ring for another 6 months on top of the 6 months where I've been out for my last fight, then maybe you could say you just all undid all that. But at the moment, I'm still alright, man. So especially I'm getting top high level sparring. World level sparring, don't even compare to the level I'm gonna be fighting at. So it kind of makes up for it. But the ring rust and stuff is more about not the fight of being in there. It's more about the feel of the lights, the everything, atmosphere, everything. So it's more of just getting back in the mind frame of that and getting used to that. So, but I can still remember it. So yeah.
I mean, not that you're looking past obviously Sam Maxwell, but I've heard you mention like Ritson and others. Is there, a certain sort of fighter within your weight division that you've got your eye and think, I really want that fight, one day soon?
Not really. Just literally beating Maxwell is.
And then taking each step as it comes.
Yeah, like I don't really look at the fight as I think I want that fight. I look at more of levels and titles. So I want that title. I want to be on that level. I want European level. I want world level. I want to go to international. You know what I mean? So I more look at it like more of that. When you see, I get what you say when you said fighters. Did I used to say that? They used to be back in the day, when I was like more a bit lower down. I say don't want them fight, whatever. So I used to really want the Robbie Davis fight when he's British Commonwealth champion. You know what I mean? I thought that would be a great fight. That's back me had a name. Do I care about that fight now? Not at all. The Ritson fight. You know what I mean? I wanted that fight before the Bowles fight. Said I wanted it after the Bowles fight, but like, do I want that fight now? Of course, I still want that fight, but ideally. I can see I'm only gonna get that fight when Ritson loses. Do I want Ritson when he loses? Not really. I want him while he's got the flame going. You know what I mean? Cause I know what I can do to him.
He's sort of got Jack Carter on as well. He's sort of still there. Catchell
gets a world title. He might be my next one then. Yeah, like Catchell gets a world title, or can somehow stay above there. Then he'll be the one that I he'll be my new Ritson. Yeah, like he'll be my new Ritson. But ideally, that's all that makes sense there, really, because it's like, who else is there? Like, Ahara.
I was going to ask you about Ahara. I mean, you've sparred him. I was just wondering, you seem quite friendly with Ahara.
Yeah.
Are you too friendly with him? Can that fight still happen?
100%, because we all talk about the fight happening. We talk about all the time. Like, that's a good thing about our friendship, because like we don't get confused with knowing, like, what our jobs are, what our roles are. We know,
business.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean. We're not. Too many people get confused with that. Like, we know that it's not like we were friends and we became boxers. We was boxers, what became friends. You know what I mean? So in the case of that, so we was really rigid rivals. We had our utmost respect for each other. We helped each other in training. We became close. That's my boy. You know what I mean?
What's sparring like with him, mate?
Good experience. Like a lot.
He carries power, doesn't he?
He's definitely one of the hardest hitters I've been hit by. Like, definitely, like, I've been hit by middleweights and stuff like that, and he packs power like that, yeah. But he's just heavy-handed, like, you know what I mean? That's it. He's literally, he's not even like he's naturally powerful. He's just mad heavy-handed, like thudding shot. But he's technically good. But with the hard thing, it's like a lot of people ask about the fight. Would we fight? Yeah, we always say we'd fight. You know what I mean? It's whether the money's right or what's there. But a case for us is like, I think about it the other day, and it's like when we talk now, it's like more now. He wants to go get a world title. I want to get a world title. So we're not, our paths don't need to actually meet. But when we get world titles, we're not going to fight. We're definitely going to, like, but I'm going to phone up saying, yo, I want your bout. He can probably say, yo, I want your bout. Let's say, no, let's put them both on the line there, you know what I mean? And there's that type of thing. But now, definitely we said we'll fight. If the money makes sense, whatnot, or there's a good enough title on the line, then why not? Because we're in this to become the best. We sparred 100 rounds ready, so we know what we can both do each other anyway. Yeah. All it is now just to let the public see for a good sum of money. You know what I mean? So let the public see our spars. Let the whole world see our spars for the right price. That's all it comes down to now. That's that. But yeah, like, you know what I mean? Apart from him, Catchall, you know what I mean? There's like, no, I'm saying, like, apart from Catchall, you got him. McKenna fight don't make sense. There's not really no real names that really make sense for me.
What do you think about, like, obviously if Josh Taylor wins now, I mean, all those belts are going to be sort of tied up, aren't they, with him? I mean, is that going to be an issue, do you think? I mean, you sort of got the AJ Fury, they're all tied up. There's loads of heavyweights, one in a title.
Yeah, no, I don't think it'd be an issue because
you're going to work your way into being.
Yeah, I'm not there yet, am I? So I'm not on world level yet anyway. So it's a case of
patient then.
Yeah, like, I would like a world title shot in the next 2 years. I want a world title shot. You know what I mean? So next 2 years, yes. So that's not too far.
Away,
that's not too far away. That's being realistic. You know what I mean? So in 2 years, I got told, yeah, really truly, I have to beat Maxwell. I can get that fight so soon, like world title shot a lot earlier, depending on what the bouts situation is. Yeah, you know what I mean? But my case is this year, I don't want to rush anyway. Yeah, I think 2 years is enough time for me to get enough amount of fights. Yeah, I would like maybe 5 fights more before world title shot. Yeah, get 5 more, all at the right level to give me the good development for world level. Then yeah, but in that time, I'm sure Josh Taylor would either cleaned up the whole division and moved up, or would he have lost and maybe the bouts go free, or you know what I mean, you don't know, innit? Like, so it's a case of that. I personally think he would have cleaned up and moved up, you know what I mean? So by the time then the bouts will go scattered. I should have been worked into a position by then. Yeah, like, it all seems like it's meant to be. So I'm not really I get asked that question so much about Josh Taylor, yeah, and it's so weird because it's like I'm just not even there yet. So it's like it don't really make sense. The Josh Taylor fight don't really make sense just yet. Would I fight him? If I got phone tomorrow, yeah. Would I fight him? Yes, I would. Would I fight for the bouts right now? Yes, I would. 100%, yeah. Ideally, because it's not gonna happen, then I might as well just get the much more experience as I can. Josh Taylor, I like Josh Taylor. I've sparred with him. Like, I sparred him a couple of times. He brought me into camp. Let me come into camp with him to train, help him with his fight. Got a lot of respect for him for that. And he's a good fighter, man. You know what I mean? So it's not even a thing like that. Like, nothing like, he don't even want to fight. I'm thinking like, yeah, this is now. I'm not even gunning for him like that, because it's like I just know that realistically our paths don't make sense. Don't worry, we can fight, and I could make our path meet, and I could chase him, yeah. But what am I chasing him for? It don't really make. There's more money elsewhere instead of chasing him and wasting all that much time. You know what I mean? And especially when I'm not even close to him yet. Like, if I was like maybe one step behind him, then it might make more sense. I might say, yeah, let's go at it. You know what I mean? But because we're not there. They're not yet, but yeah, I would love to fight him. I want to fight the best, yes, and I do think he's the best at the moment in our weight. So I would love to fight him, but at the same time I sparred him. So when I've sparred fighters, because I'm a boxing fan as well, like, would love to fight or spar this fighters. When I spar some fighters, I don't really get the urge to care. I need to fight you, like, you know what I mean, like that.
Because you're
like,
already sort of saying,
yeah, you mean, like, it's probably really spar. So for example, like, I say, oh, I'd love to spar Mayweather, I'd love to spar Lomachenko, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because just see what their styles are like against my style. There's not even a thing of like, I want to beat you, I think I'm so great. It's more like
what can I learn from?
Yeah, like, I love the sport so much, you know what I mean? So, and I want to see how good I am and test myself and see, you know what I mean? So with the Josh Taylor thing, it's like sparred him, learned a lot from him. And because I've done it, I know where I range against you. I know where you are. I know how good I am, man. I got to see what I want to see. I know I can mix at a world level, you know what I mean? But I knew that already from sparring different world level fighters. So I don't really get that urge to fight him like that. And like, I mean, urge to fight him like I want to test my skills. But it'd be more down to what he get out of it. And personally, he's a nice guy. I think he's cool. And I'm nowhere near him yet, so yeah, just let him do his thing right now, do his thing. But if he does stick around and I get to world level, then yeah, of course, like that, I'd have to be gunning for him, you know, I'd have to be. But right now, I think just let him crack on, and I'm giving him my support to get all these bouts into Britain, you know. So do his thing, man, do your thing.
Definitely. And lastly, Riid, I mean, 2021, we've got like 7 months left of the year. Is it Maxwell then European? Is it or just Maxwell and be as active as you can?
You know what, yeah, it was Maxwell and European, but right now, yeah, that last European fight I watched for the K Prosper and that thing, the refereeing in that, yeah, made me a bit skeptical, you know what I mean? So, yeah, no, I don't know about the European just yet. Unless that European title goes vacant, or they can get that Sandor Martin over here, I'm most likely going to leave the European out for now, because I just don't really trust the dodgy decisions in Spain. And that was like that. I fought for K Prosper. I felt like he was against it. Like I've never seen. And it wasn't about the dodgy decision. It's about the referee. I've never seen. You always see corruption outside the ring, but you never see corruption while the fight's going on. You know.
Yeah.
So that was weird. Like the ref wanted to be involved, but like I felt like there were 2 guys beating at K, bro. Like the ref had was beating him up. So that made me like. I remember I was on the phone. I phoned to John. I said, "Bro, we are not going to Spain, bro." Like you know what I mean? And he was like, "Yeah, not at all." So from there, it's more likely international route we probably go down now, unless the title got vacant in soon, and it'd be a case of like for me, I just want to get as much active, stay as active, get as much experience as I can do, so I can keep on developing. Because I feel like I've been robbed out of where I ideally would be without the 18 months out the ring, the pandemic, and being avoided for how long. I feel like I'd be a lot better and a lot ahead of where I should be. So I got a lot of making up to do in terms of my development, where I want to be in my career. And it's just about doing all that and just doing what I love, having fun, man. You know what I mean? This pandemic here kind of robbed us from the boxing as well. So just to be back out to have fun, do what I love, and just make a lot of money, man. You know, that's it for me. For this year, that's really about it, man. It's literally, that's it.
Oh, wicked. Well, Riid, on behalf of Southwest Boxing Media, we appreciate your time today. It's great to see you again, and we'll definitely catch up
Thank
again
you,
soon,
bro.
mate.
Thank you for coming down, bro. Appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks, Riid.